Value-based pricing for consultants. Charging for outcomes, not hours. Your clock rate is capping your income. Here's how to price the result instead. There's a hard ceiling built into every hourly rate, and most consultants hit it without ever seeing it coming. You raise your rate from $100 to $50 to $150 an hour, feel a jolt of relief each time, and then run straight into the same wall. You only have so many hours in a week, and every dollar you make is still tied to your calendar, not to what your work is actually worth to the client. Meanwhile, the client who used your 2-hour strategy session to fix a leak costing them $40,000 a year paid you $300 for it. A transaction so lopsided it's almost embarrassing. Value-based pricing fixes that mismatch. It prices the outcome, not the hours it took to produce it. And it's the single biggest lever most consultants haven't pulled yet. Why hourly billing quietly caps everything you earn. Hourly pricing feels fair because it's transparent. The client can see exactly what they're paying for. But transparency isn't the same as alignment. When you bill by the hour, you and the client are actually on opposite sides of a table. Every hour you save through experience or efficient tools is money you leave unbilled. And every hour a slower consultant spends on the same problem is money they get paid more for. Efficiency becomes a financial penalty. Worse, hourly rates get compared against other hourly rates in the client's head, which means you're forever negotiating against a market rate for time rather than a market rate for results. And time is the one resource that never gets more valuable no matter how good you get. The tell. If a client has ever asked, "How long will this take?" before asking, "What will this fix?" you're already being evaluated on time, not outcome. And that's the frame you need to change before you ever quote a number. The framework. Estimate the value before you price it. Value-based pricing starts with a number that has nothing to do with your time. What is this outcome actually worth to the client in dollars over a defined period? You don't need audited financials to get a workable estimate. You need a conversation and a bit of arithmetic done before you ever discuss price. Ask what the problem is costing them today: lost revenue, wasted spend, churned customers, hours of internal time. And get a real number, even a rough one. Ask what a fixed version looks like in 12 months if nothing else changes. This is the delta, not the total. And the delta is what you're pricing against. Multiply conservatively. If your work plausibly recovers $80,000 a year, and you're confident in that estimate, a fee anywhere from 10–20% of that recovered value is defensible and still a phenomenal deal for them. Sanity check against your floor. The number should always be comfortably above what your best hourly rate times a realistic hour count would produce, or you haven't actually repriced anything. Write the estimate into the proposal in plain language. This project is priced against an estimated $80,000 a year in recovered revenue, not just a bare invoice total. That last step matters more than people expect. Clients don't reject value-based fees because the number is too high. They reject them because the number appears with no visible logic behind it. Show your work, even briefly, and the same fee that felt aggressive as a lump sum starts to feel like a bargain once it's anchored to the cost of the status quo. Turning the estimate into a package clients actually buy. A dollar figure alone isn't an offer. It needs a package wrapped around it so the client knows exactly what they're saying yes to. The strongest value-based offers name the outcome in the title, not the activity. Cut your churn rate below 5% in 90 days sells very differently than 12 hours of retention consulting, even when the underlying work is identical. Build the package around a defined scope, a defined time frame, and a defined deliverable. And let the fee live at the package level rather than being backed into from a rate card. Name the package after the result, not the method. Revenue recovery sprint, not consulting hours block. Bound the scope tightly enough that you can actually deliver it. Value pricing without a scope boundary turns into unpaid overtime fast. Offer 2 or 3 tiers around the same outcome. Diagnostic only, full implementation. Implementation plus 30-day support, so different budgets can still say yes. Put a real price on the page, not contact for quote. Hidden pricing reads as hourly thinking, even when the underlying model isn't. Clients don't buy your hours. They buy the version of their business where the problem is already solved. Price that version. Handling the objections without retreating to hourly. The most common wobble happens the first time a prospect pushes back with, "That seems like a lot for a few weeks of work." The instinct is to justify the fee by breaking it into hours, which instantly drags the conversation back onto the ground you were trying to leave. Instead, redirect to the outcome number you built in the estimate. The project is priced against roughly $60,000 in savings we're targeting this year. The fee is about a sixth of that. You're not defending your time, you're reminding them what they're actually buying. If a prospect still can't get past the fee, that's often useful information too. It may mean the outcome wasn't big enough to justify a project in the first place, and a smaller, cheaper diagnostic engagement is the more honest first step for both of you. Get a real cost of the problem number from the client, not an assumption. Write the estimate logic into the proposal. In 1 or 2 plain sentences, name the package after the outcome, not the deliverable method. Set a tight scope boundary so the fixed fee stays profitable. Have the fee live on a page the client can see and share internally, without a call first. Prepare one script for the "that seems like a lot" objection that returns to the outcome, not your hours. Selling the outcome from your storefront, not just a proposal doc. Most consultants who make the leap to value-based pricing still sell it the old way: a PDF proposal, a call, an invoice sent by hand. That works, but it's slow, and it puts the whole burden of closing on a single conversation. A storefront does the selling for you around the clock. The outcome-named package sits on a public page with the price attached. A prospect can pay on the spot with a card, Apple Pay or Google Pay, and the booking or kickoff link goes out automatically the moment payment clears. If you want to see the pattern in action before building your own, a live example store shows how a service-based creator lays out tiers, pricing, and delivery on one page without a single back-and-forth email. This matters more for value-based consulting than almost any other offer type, because the whole model depends on clients seeing a confident, specific price rather than an open-ended quote. When you create your store, you can list your outcome-priced package with the estimate logic built into the description. Connect Stripe or a PayPal email so payments land straight in your account, and let store.fan handle delivery. A discovery call link, an intake form, or a kickoff document sent automatically the second someone pays. No wallet to withdraw from, no manual follow-up required to start the engagement. The built-in tools compound the effect. A discount code can move a hesitant prospect from thinking it over to booked without you touching your fee structure for everyone else. The customer list keeps every past client in one place, so a repeat engagement doesn't start from a cold email. And once a proposal-turned-package is public, you can point paid social traffic or a newsletter mention straight at it instead of funneling every lead through a scheduling call first. If you're still deciding how to structure tiers or which plan supports the tools you need, the Pro plan is where analytics, discount codes, and unlimited product pages live together, making the transition without spooking existing clients. You don't need to rip up every hourly contract overnight. The cleanest path is to launch value-based pricing on new engagements only, while existing hourly clients finish out their current scope on the terms they agreed to. Pick your next inbound lead, run the estimate framework before the first call, and quote the package price instead of a rate. The first one will feel uncomfortable. That discomfort is normal, and it fades by the third or fourth quote. Track win rate and average fee separately for a quarter. Most consultants find their close rate barely moves, while their average fee per engagement rises substantially. because the price is now anchored to value the client already agrees is real. The consultants who make the most money aren't necessarily the best at the underlying work. They're the ones who stopped selling their calendar and started selling a result someone was already losing money without. Run the estimate, name the package after the outcome, put a real price on a real page, and let your storefront close the deal while you focus on the work that earns it. For more frameworks like this one, the blog has playbooks on packaging, delivery, and pricing built specifically for creators selling from store.fan. Key takeaways. Hourly billing caps your income at hours available, X, rate ceiling clients tolerate. Value pricing removes both limits. Estimate the client's outcome in dollars first, then price as a fraction of that number, not as a multiple of your time. Packages priced around a result convert better than hourly quotes because clients are buying certainty, not effort. You don't need a perfect ROI model. A defensible range beats an invisible hourly rate. Every time your storefront should sell the outcome price package directly, with delivery and payment fully automated. Start your creator store, free, at store.fan.